Hi, and welcome to the fourth episode of the Silver Lining series Back to Basics. Today we're talking movement, and I'm going to keep it simple, keep it basic, because again, it is the basic tenets of wellness that are forgotten about first when we're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, and anxious. And the goal of this whole series is to bring awareness to those basic tenets of well being that deserve our attention and should be our main focus when we are feeling stressed, overwhelmed, and anxious, and not forgotten about. So, thus far, we've talked breathing, sleeping, and eating. And today, we're going to discuss moving because moving is good for us. We all know exercise is good for us, we hear it all the time, but it is the why that is often forgotten about. We're just told to do it, but then we're left feeling ashamed and down on ourselves that we don't exercise enough, or at all, or as much as we'd want. I've been there. But that is not the point. The point isn't to hold ourselves to ridiculous expectations and compare our workout schedules to others. The goal is to recognize and understand the benefits in order to meet ourselves where we are at. The goal is to find what makes us feel good, what makes us feel alive, what makes us feel strong, and then add that back into our routine. So let's go back to the why, because sometimes when we know the why and understand the why, it's harder to ignore. So, why is movement so important? And I use the word movement intentionally and interchangeably with exercise because it is a very personal thing. And what feels good in my body may not in yours. And that is a beautiful thing. I also think that just the word exercise can sometimes, unfortunately, have expectations and judgment attached to it. And none of us need to be in that headspace right now or ever. But virtually any type of exercise can act as a stress reliever. For starters, it decreases the levels of stress hormones, cortisol, and adrenaline in our bodies. And at the same time, exercise increases our level of endorphins, serotonin, and norepinephrine, our brain's feel good hormones and neurotransmitters, which decrease our pain response and helps us to feel happier and more energetic. Hence the phrase, the runner's high, that relaxing, happy state after a run, which people describe as a brief euphoria. Something I personally know nothing about, since running is not my choice of movement. But people tell me it is very real. Exercise is a form of physical stress. And when we exercise, we afford our bodies an opportunity to practice responding to stress in a positive way, which then helps to streamline the communication between the systems involved in our stress response. To keep it simple, the more we move, the better we are at managing our stress. The less active we become, the more challenged we are in dealing with stress. And to add to this list of whys, being physically active can improve our mood, sleep, metabolism, and the strength of our heart. Movement can lower our blood pressure, improve our cholesterol, and reduce our blood sugar. Exercising can decrease our risk of heart attack by 15%, as well as our risk of stroke, diabetes, colon and breast cancers, osteoporosis, obesity, depression, and even dementia. Exercising can help improve your self image. You'll earn a sense of mastery and control, of pride and self confidence. Exercise brings about a sense of renewed vigor and energy, which will help you succeed in other tasks and achieve other important lifestyle goals. There are so many whys, so many reasons to add in a movement practice to your routine. A while back, I heard the quote, "Movement is meditation in motion." Movement is meditation in motion. Beautiful. It spoke to me. It was one of those quotes that stops you and you're like, pretty cool. One reason it spoke to me, because actual meditation and stillness can be difficult, and moving feels easier and more approachable. But what is meditation? Meditation is training in awareness and getting a healthy sense of perspective. It's about being able to observe our thoughts without judgment. Movement is meditation in motion. It also spoke to me because it puts mindfulness at the center of exercise. It made me think about how I feel when I'm doing yoga, lifting weights, or am in a spin class. And for me, it is meditative. It is blissful. It's my happy place. Now, I don't always feel like that. especially when I'm dripping sweat and can't catch my breath and feel like I'm gonna die. Or I'm in the middle of a class and I'm so distracted that I have no idea what the instructor is even saying. But my body is always happy it moved, and I'm never upset that I took the time to exercise. And speaking of time, what is the number one reason people give for not exercising? Time. Time just never seems to be on our side, does it? We have work and family and friends and things to do. There is never enough time in the day. But now we know the whys. So isn't it worth finding the time? I'd argue yes. But with that yes comes a very large reminder that intentionally moving our bodies shouldn't look like anything or anyone. We move to feel good, to be healthy, to decrease our stress. We move because we can. But all of the benefits we've been talking about don't need to come with a big time commitment or a large price tag. They come with practice. We reap these benefits by making a conscious choice to move, to stretch, to walk, to run, to do whatever feels good in your body. And again, keep it simple, but make it a priority. All of us are way too stressed these days, and we forget that we have more control than we think over managing our own stress levels. We forget that part of stress management can and should involve the body. Aerobic exercise is one approach. Physical fitness will help promote mental fitness. But there is another option: exercising your mind. You can learn to use your mind to relax your body. Your relaxed body will in turn send signals of calm and control that helps to reduce mental tension. And so the cycle goes: mind and body, body and mind. Both deserve our time and attention. Both deserve and crave and need movement. So you're not alone. All of us could use some encouragement to revisit these basic tenets of well being, to be reminded why we should exercise. Because life happens. But instead of dreading movement and only thinking about what it will do to you, I challenge you and encourage you to think about what it will do for you. So, the silver lining is that being able to move our bodies is a gift with a ton of health benefits, might I add, and something your mind and body will thank you for every time.